Moving on now, last year, the state passed new legislation adding on to an existing law which regulates the sale of dogs and cats for emotional support. Now, in an attempt to reduce emotional support animal fraud, a newly passed bill goes even further to protect individuals with disabilities. 23 ABC's Taylor Levesque joins us live in studio and has more on the added protections. Taylor.
According to the ADA, a service animal is any dog that is individually trained to work or perform tasks for the benefit of an individual with a disability. This differs from emotional support animals, which are often used as part of a medical treatment plan as therapy animals. Assembly Bill 468 went into effect on January 1st and protects individuals with disabilities who rely on their trained service dogs at home and in public.
Emotional support animals can and do attack legitimate service animals.
After multiple run-ins with untrained dogs in public,
I actually retired my second service dog because he was attacked 10 times in our 2.5 years together by untrained dogs in public.
Wallace Brosman with Canine Companion says a new state bill emphasizes that emotional support animals do not have the same rights and privileges as service dogs.
The aim of this bill was really to try and reduce the misinformation and the misrepresentation of untrained pet dogs as being emotional support dogs or as being granted the rights to public places that task-trained service dogs have the right to be in.
Under the law, a person or business that sells or provides a dog for emotional support or sells a certificate, identification, tag, vest, leash, or harness intended for an emotional support animal should provide a written notice to the buyer stating the dog does not have the special training required to qualify as a guide, signal, or service dog.
We're hoping that with this law that those people who are selling these certificates online in California will no longer be able to.
Rubia Dow with Guide Dogs for the Blind says service dogs are trained to provide assistance to an individual with a disability, whereas emotional support animals are not.
Our dogs go through over 18 months of training for socialization, for behavior, for technical guiding.
Also under the new law, stricter regulations on healthcare practitioners, which says they should not provide documentation of a person's need for an emotional support dog unless they are licensed to provide services, complete a clinical evaluation, and establish a relationship with that individual for at least 30 days.
There's an extra level of care that's coming into people who are seeking help, but it also means that professionals have the tools that they need to understand whether this is an appropriate treatment or not.
AB468 also says a person, business, or practitioner must provide a verbal or written notice to the individual, letting them know it's a misdemeanor for falsely representing yourself as the owner or trainer of the guide, signal, or service dogs. Civil penalties could follow in these cases as well. In studio, Taylor Levesque, 23 ABC, connecting you.